Good morning, everyone, from Universal Studios Hollywood. Today we are here to give you a walking tour and review of the park. This is going to be a fairly long video, just going to be a walk-through tour of the park. So stick around and we're going to show you all the different areas, some restaurants, some shops, all the highlights of this place. So stick around, it's going to be a great video. Alright everyone, welcome to Universal Studios Hollywood. So, here's the park entrance. We just got through security over there. Just a heads up, if you are coming to the park and you have a bag, there is an X-ray machine that you are going to have to put your bag through. However, if you don't have a bag, there is actually a separate line for that. So just a heads up when you come. And then after you get through security, you're going to go through the ticket turnstiles, which is where you just saw we came from. And here we are in the main street of the park. Now, as you can see, this is a very different park than Universal Studios Orlando. A lot of different architecture, palm trees along the street, definitely going for that classic Hollywood look.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Universal Studios.
There's a bunch of cool props and stuff around here.
Have fun, everyone. Now we're talking. Good morning,
So along this street, there's pretty much just a bunch of stores here. As you can see, some restaurants. This is the Hollywood and Dine. We've got an Illumination gift shop over here. And then on the left, there is the Universal Studios store. That's the main park store where you're going to get a lot of your merchandise. I don't know if you can see it here, but this is the list of wait times for the day. Today we're here on a Friday, so the wait times are not that bad. As you can see, the wait time for Ollivanders to get your Wizarding Wand is actually longer than both of the Harry Potter rides. The Simpsons ride is at 55 minutes right now. The park only opened about an hour and a half ago, so that ride, along with the Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, usually get the longest line. So if you're coming to the park, I would hit up Harry Potter first and then head right to the Simpsons. Now, as you'll notice here around the park, there are some decorations for the Lunar New Year. And, oh, check out who we got over here. That is Beetlejuice right there. Over here on this street, something kind of fun over here is they have a sort of a New York facade, as you can see. They've got the taxi, and then up here, check this out.
That's why you had them. That's crazy talk. Look at these two old pants. That's so gross. I mean, adorable. I forget that word.
There's two actors up there just heckling and talking to themselves about the people down here on the New York street. Right here in front of us, this is the DreamWorks Theater. Now, this used to be the Shrek ride, but this year it got a retheme to the DreamWorks Theater, and as you can see, it's now home to the Kung Fu Panda Adventure. That's a fun little show there. Now over here, like I mentioned before, the park is all decked out for the Lunar New Year, which is pretty cool. Here is the plaza for that. Check this out. That is pretty cool. Let's see what kind of stuff they have going on. They have some food stands set up just for the new year. Let's check it out. We have some photo ops with Kung Fu Panda characters and Hello Kitty. This is kind of fun too. They have a Mandarin-speaking Megatron from Transformers. And then we have the noodle shop that we just saw.
The secret ingredient is? You don't know? The secret ingredient is nothing. There's no secret ingredient. You know why? Because you don't need a secret ingredient! All you have to do is believe in yourself, and that is how you become successful. That's how I opened up my
life advice from Mr. Ping, everybody. An artist stand, some Minion meet and greets, and a bunch of cool Lunar New Year celebrations. So that's pretty cool, but we're actually going to keep walking along this way here, back toward the DreamWorks Theater. Over here is a interactive donkey from Shrek. Comes out from time to time and will actually interact live with the guests. So that's pretty cool. You can walk up to him and ask him questions, talk to him, and he'll actually answer in real time.
I'm gonna get a little awkward silence going here right now. Another good awkward silence. It's my third favorite silence, you know? How about this? Let's take a picture. You want to take a picture? Like a photograph? You want to take a photograph? Come on, let's take a picture. Well, you can just yell no at me again if you want to do that too. That's fine. You know, you can do that again too, you know.
So where we're going now, as you can see, the architecture is starting to change. We are heading into the wizarding world of Harry Potter. Check it out. We are heading into Hogsmeade. Yes, there we go. Got the Hogwarts Express over there. We got some shops. We'll check out all this stuff after. Here we have Zonko's Joke Shop and Honeyduke's Homemade Sweets and Candy Store. And you'll see this all around the land. Butterbeer cards. Of course, if you come here, you've got to get the butterbeer. Now, over here is our first main difference between Hollywood and Orlando. Here you can see, now in Orlando, that is where the Dragon Challenge roller coaster used to be, now home to Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. But here, there's nothing there. There's just a interactive wand station. If you get the wand, that allows you to interact with different things around the land. There's a spot you can stand there and wave it at that door, and the door will shake and let out some smoke. It's a cool effect, but definitely something different from Orlando. Over here on the left, this is the Three Broomsticks, one of the featured restaurants here in Hogsmeade. And right next to it, the Hogshead Pub. Now along this street, there's just going to be a bunch of shops and experiences that you can do. Some cool restaurants, really cool stuff, a lot of cool exclusive souvenirs and all that sort of thing. This is fun also. So over here, that's where the bathrooms are. But inside, if you go in and listen, they actually have Moaning Myrtle from the films that will actually talk to you, which is kind of weird, but also accurate to the movies and books.
I wouldn't expect you to know me. Who would ever talk about ugly, miserable, moping, moaning Myrtle?
I would film it, but I'm pretty sure that's illegal. So, not going to do that. Over here on the right, we have one of the Streamosphere Entertainment, which is the Frog Choir. So that's pretty cool. That's like an a cappella show with frogs, which is always fun to see.
All right, everyone ready?
Now up here, check it out. Yes, that is Hogwarts Castle, home to the Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey dark ride. Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey is a fantastic dark ride, perfectly combining screens, digital effects, and practical sets and effects. Over here on the right, that is the Flight of the Hippogriff. It's a small family coaster identical to the one in Orlando. So over here, what you're seeing there, that's the line for Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. Right now it's only about a 20-minute wait, which is not bad at all. And the exit to the ride is right back there where all those people are coming out. That's where you exit. There's a wand carts here where you can buy a wand if you don't want to do the Ollivanders experience. This is pretty cool. This park definitely, I mean, the skyline here is great. However, and this is a huge difference between here and Orlando. In Orlando, the park is designed so that when you're in the Wizarding World, you cannot see anything outside, but that's not the case here. If you look over here, those are some of the buildings in Springfield, which is the Simpsons area. Over there, we've got another show building. You can see they painted the trees on it to have it blend in there with the sky, some camouflage. Even when you're outside this area, though, you can see in, which is different from Orlando. Here's part of the line. It's part of the line for Forbidden Journey. We're going to head back up here and we're going to check out some of the shops. So this right here, this whole store, that is Ollivander's. So that's where you can get your own custom, I should say not custom, but you can pick out your own wand. Another butterbeer cart, of course. They also sell sparkling water and pumpkin juice. Yep, so here is Ollivander's. Another snack cart over here. Let's see what's back here. Food cart like we saw. Dervish and Bangs, another gift shop. Looks like there's another interactive wand spot back here. And again, we're going to check out inside these shops in just a minute. Outdoor seating area, which is cool. Another interactive wand spot. All right, let's check out the inside of some of these stores. Here we're going to start with the Owl Post. Now, just a heads up, these stores are pretty crowded, so I'm going to do the best I can to get the shots that we need here. But these stores are very small. As well as you can probably see, the walkways are a little wider here than they are in Orlando. But still, in order to maintain the authenticity of the land, a lot of the shops and restaurants are a little bit small.
Let's go to Simpsons.
All right, check this out. You get your own owl. Let's see, let's check the prices on these. All right, $24.95 for an owl here. We've also got some cool journals and notebooks over there. And of course, animatronic owls. Oh, these owls are a little more expensive. These are $34.95 if you want a Hedwig owl. Here's a clothing store. Again, it's going to be a little pricier, but you are getting the real authentic looking stuff. Some cool hats over here, headbands, handbags. All right. So out here, this is the line for Ollivander's. There we go. 30-minute wait right now. So that is the wand experience, where you can pick out your own wand with a little show in Ollivander's. Check out some of the restaurants too.
Well, some of the adults you gotta remember, are probably kids when Harry Potter came out.
All right, so this is the Hog's Head Pub. it looks like, I didn't actually know this, it looks like it's connected to the Three Broomsticks, which is here. Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, you can see the detail that they go into in these places is really exceptional. That's why the Wizarding World is as cool as it is. We're gonna head back out into Hogsmeade here. All right, now let's check out some of the shops. So that's where we just came from. That's the Three Broomsticks there, and then the Hog's Head right next to it. We're gonna go into Honeydukes, the candy and sweet shop. I saw some people walking back here, actually. What is this? Oh, just another entrance to Honeydukes. Oh, and the Three Broomsticks over there. Even on the outside, like, who's gonna come back here unless you're filming a video? Nobody, right? Well, they have details just for you. Okay, we're gonna head back up front and check out some of the stuff inside Honeydukes. Look at all these candies. Here is, of course, everybody's favorite, the chocolate frog. Now, there's actually two types of chocolate frogs you can get. This one here, these are actually, if I can get the shot there, those are actually metal. So those cases are going to be definitely more of a collector's type thing. Let's see the price on these. It is upside down, but that does say $25. So for the chocolate frog in the metal case, it's going to be $25. And I think I saw the other ones over here. Yes, here we go. The regular chocolate frogs are here. Box looks pretty much exactly the same, but it is paper. And the price on these is not on here, but I believe it is $12.99. Here they are again, side by side. Oh, these are different actually. These are glass. Be careful with that one. $24.95. That's interesting. The glass one is less than the metal one by 5 cents, granted, but still less. As you can see, all the candy in here is authentic from the movie and books. Fudge flies, peppermint toads, all these sweets up here in jars. I don't think you can buy those, at least not out of the jars. And then regular milk chocolate here. That's what it looks like. $5.95 for that. $5.95. All right, now we're crossing from Honeydukes into Zonko's joke shop. We saw it from the outside earlier. Here's what the inside looks like. It's pretty small. As you can see, it's just this area here. Because the rest of this, as you can see, is candy. We're still in Honeydukes. Here is Zonko's. Ah, yes, everybody's favorite. Classic, memorable toy from the Harry Potter movies. Elephant on bike. Let's see, we got some chattering teeth here. Ginger snap, so still in the food. A lot of this actually looks like food also. Oh, yes. Of course. The one and only extendable ear. That is going to be $25 if you'd like the extendable ear. That's actually not a bad price. Oh, love potion as well. Kind of creepy though in its concept if you think about that. Let's see, what do we have over here? Oh, yes. Let's see the price on these little ones. $18.95 if you want the small ones, and the larger ones, let's see, $34.95 for those large ones. And I say large ones because I don't remember what they're called. If you do remember, put that down there in the comments. Let us know. So pretty cool. You got a bunch of different jokes and toys from the movies. Got some clothes here too. It actually looks really comfortable. Still with that detail. Some more carried over here from Honeydukes. Alright, we're gonna head back out into Hogsmeade. And we're back at the Hogwarts Express. So yes, that was Zonko's Joke Shop. We're actually going to check out here in Hogsmeade Station. Here's another gift shop. This is just the classic Harry Potter merchandise, as you can see. Got a Hogwarts Express photo op there. You can take a picture with the conductor, make a great Christmas card. All sorts of Hogwarts Express and just Harry Potter in general merchandise here. Alright, so we are going to head out of Hogsmeade now. This is definitely going to be the most crowded section of the park, so just keep that in mind. And we are back outside. Alrighty, continuing our walking tour here. Over here on the right, that is Springfield. So that is where the Simpsons land is located. But we're not going to go in there just yet, because also down there is the studio tour and the entrance to the lower lot. This park is actually divided into two areas called the upper lot and, you guessed it, the lower lot. The upper lot, as you can see, where we just came from, has Hogsmeade, Springfield, and then up here we're going to see Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem, and the Despicable Me area, as well as the Super Silly Funland Kids area. Now, to give you an idea where we are in the park, here's where we stopped at the beginning. That's where the Chinese New Year celebration is. And this section of the park, it's a little odd because this whole street is themed to France. You can see up here we have a French bistro, some France stuff, cafe over there. which is a little odd because they don't have any rides or attractions that take place in France as far as I know. Still a very cool area though. Let's head in here and check it out. French Street Bistro, that's where this is. Pretty cool place. Looks like they have some espresso and coffee and just typical cafe stuff, which is pretty neat. Over here they have some fun photo ops aboard these Vespas or a motorcycle and sidecar. Souvenirs here, and again, the detail here is crazy. So if you can see it up there, that is Super Silly Funland. That's the kids area that's connected to the Despicable Me area. They also don't have that in Orlando. That is exclusive here to Hollywood. Let's walk through there and check it out. Alright, here we are, Super Silly Funland, which is the amusement park they go to in the Despicable Me movie, the first one.
Super Silly Funland! Can we go, please?
No.
But we've never been, and it's the funnest place on earth.
Don't care.
Please! We'll never ask for anything else ever again.
As you can see, a lot of water here. So if you are coming with kids, just be prepared. Oh yeah, that's the other thing we're gonna run into. Minions everywhere. I'm not going to walk through there because I am not ready to get wet yet. Now here we have some arcade games. Or midway games, rather.
Melissa, do you want to play?
No, thanks. These look pretty fun. Oh, and of course, from the first Despicable Me movie, this Space Killer game.
Knocked over!
You don't love me!
Also have a basketball game here. Win some minions, of course. Now this here is actually, this is a ride in here. This is the Silly Swirly, which is a Dumbo or Aladdin type ride there. 5 minutes for that. Never really a long wait there. This here on the left, that's a gift shop, but also the exit to Despicable Me Minion Mayhem. And then a playground here towards the back. So overall, this is a really cool kids area. Now over here, it's funny because we are actually standing on top of the parking garage, or one of them, I should say. And like I said, the sight lines here, well, here they don't really exist. You've got the Hilton Hotel there, that's the Hilton Universal Hotel, the Sheraton Universal, and the Comcast and NBC Universal building. We're going to walk back out through Super Silly Funland. We're going to check out the actual Despicable Me Minion Mayhem ride. Oh yeah, also if you're not a Pharrell fan, this is not the area for you. So that's where we came from. That's the France area. Here on the left is the Gruz Lab Cafe. This is actually closed right now, but normally that would be a restaurant. Now here's where it gets really fun. Now this normally wouldn't be closed, and the reason for that is because currently the Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash ride is being built. That is going to be a dark ride that's going to use some cool technology to actually turn the riders into pets, and you'll be able to see that on the screen. Universal has not put out too much detail about what is going to be in the ride, but as you can see, this whole walkthrough is closed right now. We're hoping to get some coverage of that ride when it opens. But for now, it is under construction. Now, here's the Despicable Me Minion Mayhem ride. You can see Gruz Street there. That ride is a lot of fun. It is another motion simulator ride, and it's different than other motion simulator rides because essentially all of the vehicles are in one room, and there's one giant screen. So there's like 12 vehicles or something that you're in, and they're all looking at the same screen. So it's not quite as immersive as some of the other rides, but it is still a lot of fun. This was also closed the last few times we were here. This is Despicable Delights, where you can get that Minion Banana Smoothie. So we're gonna hope that that opens sometime soon as well. Some more details from the movie. And since that walkway is closed, we're gonna walk through here. This is another extension of the France Street. Doesn't look like there's anything actually in here except some tables, but it is a walkthrough to get to the other section. Pretty cool area. Like I said, sightlines. There's Hogsmeade. And again, more with the movie props. This is pretty cool. A Ford Deuce Coupe used in the movie American Graffiti.
Hey, Lori, what in the hell are you doing in there?
George Lucas directed, came out in 1973. Pretty cool music store over there. And again, Mel's Diner they have here, as you can see, looks a little different than the one in Orlando. The one in Orlando, of course, is Mel's Drive-In. Here it's Mel's Diner. And again, we're just making a circle. Stock Brown, everybody.
Great Scott!
We're making a circle around the Lunar New Year area. We started on the opposite side of that, right over there. We've made our way to the other end. Check it out, you can see a different angle of that Secret Life of Pets construction. Pretty cool, that definitely looks like a New York street there. Now here is the Walking Dead walkthrough attraction. It's essentially like a year-round haunt. Now, I actually have not done this attraction, so I am going to do it right now, and I'm going to let you guys know what I think of it. so I can't actually film inside the ride, but I can film inside the queue line, so I'm gonna have to turn the camera off, but I will let you know what I think. Okay, so we're gonna head down to the lower lot now, but I just got out of the Walking Dead attraction. Oh my gosh, it is so much fun. I love Halloween, I love haunted houses, I love all that kind of thing, so that was definitely right up my alley. It's a great experience. I have not been to Halloween Horror Nights, so if that's any indication of what it's like, I think I'm gonna need to book a trip down there sometime soon. But anyway, the Walking Dead attraction is so much fun. So it's a walkthrough, just like the Halloween Horror Nights houses. And the theme is you start in that hospital that you saw where we were walking through at the beginning. And then the rest of it's just like a regular haunted walkthrough attraction. There is outdoor scenes, there's some cool indoor scenes. It is very short. The whole attraction is probably under 5 minutes, I would say, from when you enter the actual experience to when you leave. So it is fairly short. So just get ready for that. But the wait is not long at all because they run the attraction in certain time slots. So I think today was like 12, 1, 2:30, and 3:30, and so on. So just keep that in mind. Check out the sign in front of the attraction that'll tell you when they're running it. But there's some really cool effects in there. There's some cool like shadow effects. There's live actors as well. So it really is. It's a lot of fun. A little bit short, like I mentioned a few times. So I wish it was a little bit longer, but I don't know what used to be in that space. So if you do know, let us know down in the comments, because I'd be really curious as to whether that used to be a show building or a ride or another walkthrough or what exactly that was. So let us know. All right, so now we are entering Springfield. Now already you'll start to see the differences between the Springfield here in Hollywood and the Springfield in Orlando. Oh yeah, by the way, over here is the special effects show. I haven't had a chance to experience that, so when I do, I will let you guys know. I don't think I'm going to get around to it today, but keep your eyes open. Now there's a lot of restaurants here in Springfield. Some also were added to Orlando, but some I believe are exclusive to here, like that ice cream place that we just passed. Of course, Krusty Burger.
Hey, it's your old pal Krusty for my new pork sandwich, the Clogger. If you can find a greasier sandwich, you're in Mexico.
I don't think I'm going to go inside these because they're fairly simple. You can probably imagine what they look like. They're pretty much the exact same as they are in the show. Of course, we have Moe's Tavern. I'll take you guys inside this one. And actually, all of the restaurants are connected, just like those Harry Potter shops. So there is Krusty Burger. We're currently inside Moe's Tavern, and in here is Cletus's Chicken Shack. Now, I ate in here on my last visit, and it is good. I got the chicken and waffles. It is delicious. So yeah, the restaurants are nicely themed, which is great. And here is Krustyland. Check that out. There's the entrance to the lower lot. We'll get to that in just a second. That's where the Simpsons ride is in Krustyland. Of course, Quickie Mart. You gotta have a Quickie Mart. Got some character interactions. Oh, and this is interesting. Did you ever think you would see Quickie Mart and Hogwarts Castle in the same shot? Only at Universal Studios.
Hey guys, please walk around a photo.
Alrighty, here is the studio tour. If you come to Universal Studios Hollywood, you have to experience this. It is absolutely amazing. Essentially what it is and we'll go on it, so I'll let you know. But what it is a tour of the Universal Studios backlot, the largest working backlot in the world, largest working studio. And it is active, so you will see, actually, if we go over here, you can see exactly what they're shooting today and where. So that's pretty cool. The studio tour is, you go through on a tram, and you go through all the different sets and backlots, and like you just saw, some of the sets are stuff that's shooting right now, and some of it is from older movies. Like they have the Psycho house, they have the War of the Worlds set, and a couple of ride experiences along the way as well. I'm not going to ruin anything for you, but just make sure you do that studio tour. As you can see, though, the last tour does depart at 4:15. So I don't know if that changes based on the day. Like sometimes they're open later. Today, I believe they're only open until 6. So definitely check on that studio tour and make sure you get on it if you're here, because it is an absolutely amazing experience. I'm a big film fan, so that could be a part of it for me. But even if not, going through some of these iconic sets, you really can't miss it. Okay, so right now we're on our way to the lower lot. Like I said, the park is split into the upper lot, where we're coming from now, and the lower lot. Now, to get to the lower lot, you're gonna have to take a bunch of escalators, because as you're about to see, this park is built on a mountain. And if you look down there, those are some of the buildings in the back lot in the studio. Check that out. So those are real sound stages where they're currently shooting some of the stuff you just saw on that production board. Now, I'm not going to show you this entire escalator ride because it's just 4 escalators. So I will see you in the lower lot. Alright, so quick accessibility notes about the lower lot. If someone in your group is in a wheelchair or electric scooter, there's a few ways that you can get down to the lower lot from the upper lot. If they are in a wheelchair and can stand freely, what they can do is you can get on the escalators, which are over there, and you can have the wheelchair on the escalator with you, but it must be separate. The person in the wheelchair must be freely standing, and the wheelchair will, somebody will be holding it as you go down. If the person is in an electric scooter or cannot stand up in their wheelchair, over here you can see some elevators. Those elevators will take you down to a shuttle that you can use to get down to the lower lot. But just a heads up, when I asked, they did say that it could take between 30 to 40 minutes to fully get down there, which I'm not exactly sure why that is. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but just a heads up, that is something that they said to keep in mind. Alright, so I know that I said I would see you at the bottom, but I have to show you this view. Look at this. Check that out. Now, I just realized that on these escalators, they play very loud pop music. So if we do get copyright claimed, that section of the video may be muted. Just a heads up. Anyway, we're going to keep going down these escalators. But before we do, another look at all these sound stages. They're all numbered, so you can see where they're filming from that production board. Now, if you look down here, you can see that these buildings are pretty much just cardboard cutouts. Now, a couple things of note. If you look down there, that teal building, that is actually where they filmed The Good Place, which is a fantastic show. You should check it out. The courthouse from Back to the Future is also down there. Now, when I did the studio tour, when I was here last, we actually didn't get to see that because they were filming something. So when I go on the tour today, I'll let you guys know if we do see the courthouse square from Back to the Future. Anyways, I'll see you at the bottom again. I'm just gonna stop saying that because I somehow always have something else to show you before we get down there. So this here, before we get to anything, this is the lower lot. So this building right here, that's Revenge of the Mummy. That over there, as you can probably guess, is Transformers the Ride 3D. And this, while unconfirmed by the park, is the construction for the Super Nintendo area coming to the park. So that is going to be really, really cool. I don't know when they're opening that, but keep your eye out for an announcement from the park. And of course, Jurassic World. But you can just see how built in this park is. They're really landlocked because they are surrounded by all those sound stages. There's not a lot of place for them to expand. So looks like where that construction is going on, that probably used to be a soundstage. Same thing with the Mummy and Transformers. So as they keep evolving this park, it's going to be really interesting how they are able to fit new attractions in. Does riding the escalator tire you out? Well, then you're in luck, because halfway down, there is a snack stand. Also, if you're brave enough, I should mention there is a stair, an option to take the stairs. So if you're up to that challenge, maybe you would need the drinks and snacks. Welcome to Jurassic World. That's right, we've made it down here to the lower lot. Check it out. Now, as you can see, the Jurassic World logo is missing up there. The ride is actually in sort of rough shape. It's going through refurbishment. Hasn't been confirmed by the park just yet, but sources say that the park is going through some refurbishment from around February 13th until the middle of April. So just keep that in mind as well. The Indominus Rex animatronic that's in there wasn't working, but apparently it's back up and running. So I'm going to ride it and let you know if that is back up. And I think I hear a vehicle coming down very shortly. So I'm going to keep the camera here. There it is. They survived. Now, like I mentioned before, there's a few rides here in the lower lot. There are those massive escalators we just came down. Jurassic World is obviously behind us. Up here is Revenge of the Mummy the Ride. That's an indoor roller coaster. Jurassic World, only a 10-minute wait right now. I think I'm gonna have to hop on there. And then back there, Transformers the Ride 3D. Now I should mention that all three rides here on the lower lot do have single rider lines, as well as Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, and I believe Flight of the Hippogriff as well. And those, if you are by yourself, or if you are the people that you're with don't want to ride it, the single rider line, I would definitely recommend, cuts the wait time significantly. Now here is Jurassic Cafe. This is where we're going to eat lunch today. And the reason is, on our Instagram story yesterday, we posted some questions about what you guys wanted us to do here at the park. So if you're not already, follow us on Instagram at Coaster101 for updates, fun little quizzes, and of course, surveys about park visits. So if we do go to a park, you can help us plan our day. So some of the stuff that I'll be doing today is thanks to those votes on our Instagram story yesterday. So follow us on Instagram at Coaster101, and of course, subscribe right here to our YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up. Anyway, let's take a look at what they've got at the Jurassic Cafe. Now this is Costa Rican food. Oh, that looks good. Guacamole. Here's the entrees. Chicken, pork, and I think that's what I'm going to go with there. Either the burger or the chicken sandwich. So anyway, I'm going to hop on a few rides. I'm going to give you an update on Jurassic World, and I will see you in a few minutes. Alright, so I just got off Jurassic World the ride. Okay, so update. The Indominus Rex... Oh, hold on. There we go. Oh yeah, by the way, you might want to skip forward like 10 or 15 seconds if you don't want to be spoiled. So anyway, the update. The Indominus Rex, the one that breaks through the ceiling, is still working, so that is in the attraction. But the one that is in the finale with the T-Rex, that one is still not working as of January 31st, 2020. So just a heads up, it probably won't be back until after the refurbishment, which again should be done around mid-April, but I don't know. So next time I'll let you know if that Indominus Rex is back up and running. All right, so for a quick review of Jurassic World, the ride, just like Jurassic Park, it has the exact same track, it has the exact same layout. However, obviously the ride is now themed to Jurassic World rather than Jurassic Park. Now the biggest changes, I think, are the beginning. It's completely enclosed. It's inside the Mosasaurus tank. And then, to not get into too many spoilers here, just like the films, I think, the original Jurassic Park ride was focused more on suspense and spectacle, but the newer ride is focused on the technological improvements and more of that shock factor, I think. So it's tough for me to compare which one I like better. They're both very different rides.
If I may, I'll tell you the problem with the scientific power that you're using here. It didn't require any discipline to attain it. You know, you read what others had done, and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge for yourselves, so you don't take any responsibility for it. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you even knew what you had, you patented it and packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it. You want to sell it. Well,
I don't think you're giving us our due credit. Our scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
And I also haven't seen this ride completely up and functional with that finale scene, so I don't think it's quite fair for me to judge, but both rides are extremely fun, and lucky for us, there is still the original available in Orlando. So now I'm going to go ahead and go to the Jurassic Cafe to try the Isla Nublar burger. So we're going to head over there right now. Alrighty, so I ended up going with the Isla chicken sandwich rather than the burger because the burger is just a regular burger, and this is at least something a little more interesting, and it's a little cheaper as well. So it's got seasoned fries as well as on the actual chicken sandwich there's like lettuce, I think that's coleslaw, and mayonnaise or some sort of special dressing on there. And then I also got the Raptor Refresher, which I don't actually know what it is, but I figured I had to try it out. It's some sort of, I'm assuming, like citrusy drink, and also it's got some boba balls in there, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to try these, and I'll let you know how they are.
Hey, that's good. That is damn good. Very good. See, Charlie? That's what you get. Echo, there you go. Delta.
Okay, so as you can see, I have finished my meal in Jurassic World, and here's my review of it. So, the chicken sandwich was pretty good. The sauce that's on it, by the way, is sort of a garlic aioli would be my guess, but a garlic sauce, which was good. But the coleslaw and the tomato on it soak into the bun, so the bun will get soggy pretty quick, so just keep that in mind. Now, the drink was fantastic. I still don't know what's in it. I tried to figure it out. I really did. I Googled it. I looked at the menu again inside. I looked at the menu online. Nothing can tell me what is in this Raptor Refresher drink. So if you know, let us know down in the comments, because I don't know what I just drank, but it was good. Maybe I don't want to, I'm hesitating to say it's better than butterbeer because it's so different. It's definitely, okay, so it's definitely refreshing. It's right in the name, right? Raptor Refresher. It's in the name. It's some sort of citrusy thing. I would compare it closest to the Pandoran Sunrise drink that you can get in Pandora in Orlando at Walt Disney World's Animal Kingdom, or the Toy Story drink. I'm blanking on the name right now, but it's similar. Maybe it might even be the same as the Pandora drink. But either way, it's that really refreshing citrusy taste. And there is boba in here. I don't know if you can see it. I didn't leave much left. But there's those white balls that you get that taste like different fruits. And you can get it at like frozen yogurt places or some fancy Starbucks drinks or whatever. Those are in here. But keep in mind, so the straw they give you is huge, so that it can fit the boba up the straw. But there is a lot in here. I'm serious. Like a fourth of this drink is boba. So when you first drink it, you're gonna get like 6 up the straw. So keep that in mind. And since the straw is a paper straw, which by the way, good for Universal, save the turtles, use those paper straws, it does tend to get wet quickly, and as you probably already know, paper straws are not very effective when they are wet. So another thing to keep in mind, both of these have the same problem. They got a little soggy too quick, so just something to keep in mind. But overall, very good. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention it before. The chicken sandwich is $13.99 with tax, and the Raptor Refresher is $6.99 with tax, or $14.99 if you want the collector cup. Overall, it's a little bit pricey, but I would say both of these are worth it. Maybe ask them to hold back on the ice a little bit if you do get the drink. But yeah, either way, I would say everything here is pretty fairly priced. The burger here is, I believe, $14.99, and then the chicken sandwich, like I said, is $13.99, and then a lot of the chicken stuff is $15 or $16.99, depending. And the salads are also $15.99. So overall, a good deal. So overall, a good meal here in Isla Nublar. Here on Jurassic World. Okay, so funny story for you guys. I went back into the Jurassic Cafe because I had to ask what is in that drink, and the employee didn't even know. However, what she did say is that she said this: if you ask me, it belongs on a snow cone. It's just like drinking sugar. And I have to agree with that. It's definitely sweet. It's very sweet. She said it's supposed to be like a punch type of thing, which I definitely agree with. So maybe like a blue raspberry or something? I really don't know. Oh, check it out. Crane's moving very slowly. Doing some building. Anyway, yeah, so the drink is very sweet. I would recommend it, but nobody can tell me what's in it. So before we head back up to the upper lot, back up the escalators, quick thing to let you guys know. So Revenge of the Mummy requires you to have a locker, and they're free for when you're riding the ride, so it's good for like an hour and a half or something. I would recommend putting your bags in there no matter which ride you do, any of the rides down here, because if you need to put your bag away, these are free lockers for you to use. So I would highly recommend putting your bag in there to go on any of the rides down here, not just Revenge of the Mummy. So little tip for you, you can store your bags in there no matter what ride you are going on. So I would recommend doing that. Check it out, baby raptor.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good, how are you?
I'm good. This is Tango. She's our baby velociraptor.
Hi, Tango.
She's about 6 months old right now. And right now what we're trying to do is introduce her to as many people as we can while she's still young.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Once she reaches about 8 months old, we're going to start training her with the other velociraptors because that's when we consider them to be dangerous.
Okay.
And we need them to start learning their what would be their natural habits.
Cool.
But right now we're trying to just get them accustomed to being around people.
Okay. That's very cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hopefully they got that in a way they can crop me out.
All right, check it out. So that was a baby raptor. There's also the raptor encounter over here. It doesn't look like they're running it today, but we actually did a video of that on our Instagram a couple weeks ago. That's a really cool thing. So right now we're going back up to the upper lot, going on the escalators again. And what we're going to do now is go to the Waterworld show, the Waterworld stunt show. It is an awesome show. So we're going to show you guys that. In the meantime, we're not going to have enough time to do the studio tour again today, but I have done it before. So basically what the studio tour is, like I mentioned before, there's two parts of it. There is the backlot section where you're actually going through the real life sets, both of films and TV shows past and future, also present as you saw. So essentially the two show scenes of that ride are Fast and Furious Supercharged and King Kong 360 3D. Now, if those names sound familiar, it's because since they were apparently successful on the studio tour here, they were moved to Orlando. Now, however, okay, so the show scenes on the studio tour, they're fine. They both use the 360-degree screens that go all around the studio tram. I should have mentioned that. You're going through the tour on the tram. And yeah, they're okay. They're fine. They're nothing great. Everything is just happening so fast, and there's so much going on around you that it's sort of hard to understand what you're supposed to be seeing. So they're okay. I mean, the regular studio tour is definitely the real attraction there. But you know, they're okay. They're fun. It's cool to see the technology used. There's just a lot going on. Alright, so quick side note, since filming this, I also got to experience the earthquake section, which is a lot cooler, uses a lot more practical effects, and is a lot of fun. So yeah, we're going to go up now. We're going to experience the Waterworld show. Okay, so we're back from the lower lot, and we're going to walk to the Waterworld Stadium now. But while we do that, I figured I would give you some reviews of the stuff that's down in the lower lot. So Rent to the Mummy the Ride is an indoor roller coaster. It's a great ride. It's really great. It's very different from the one in Orlando. The one in Orlando definitely has some extra scenes in it. But this one, I don't know. The launch, I haven't ridden the one in Orlando in a while. But the launch is really cool. It's, first of all, straight. The one in Orlando is on an incline, which is cool. But this one, it seems much more like a rock and roller coaster type thing. Where it goes just, you know, from 0 to whatever, I think it's like 45 or something. And it goes pretty fast. You definitely feel it. It's a forceful launch. It's short, so you get that speed quick. But overall, it's a fun ride. It has some really cool effects scenes in it. It's got an animatronic that Orlando doesn't have, I believe, which is cool. Yeah, but overall, it's just an enjoyable roller coaster. It's a lot of fun. And like I said before, that single rider line is a blessing. There was zero wait both times I used it. Now, Transformers The Ride 3D is pretty much the same as it is in Orlando. It's the exact same scenes, but the layout's a little different because the one in Orlando actually has 2 floors in it. So there is a scene in the Orlando one where you're actually in an elevator. I'm not going to tell you which one, but it is pretty cool. So just to give you some idea of where we are, we just got back from Springfield. We're passing the Hogsmeade area now, and we're going to go to the Waterworld Stadium. So a couple notes about some things in the lower lot. Jurassic World, you pretty much get wet in every seat, but the seats that are going to get absolutely soaking wet are the front 2 rows, especially if you're sitting on the right. You're going to get soaked. The middle rows are pretty much a toss-up. Back rows are probably okay. Back left, you're probably going to be pretty dry when you get out. However, the back right, there is a few times that you're going to get wet. But definitely those front 2 rows and definitely the front right. You are going to get off that ride drenched. The other thing I noticed while I was eating lunch is in the Jurassic World, the whole area, they play the exact same music loop. It's from the Jurassic Park movies. It's, you know, the famous, you know, John Williams music, the entrance to the park, but they play the same 2 minutes over and over. Oh, here's Beetlejuice. There he is again, taking pictures. Oh, and Frankenstein. That's pretty cool too. Oh my gosh, and Dracula. The trifecta. So, if you can see up there, that's the arch. So that is where we came in, and we're going to go to the Waterworld show, which is up here to the right. Sorry, the left. The right if you're coming in the park. So the Waterworld is a big stunt show spectacular. It's based on the Waterworld movie, which I haven't seen. I don't know too many people that have, but apparently it's successful enough for a stunt show here and a whole area in the new International Universal Park. So that's sort of interesting. So over here, that's the virtual line, and I would recommend using that. It's free. It's different from Express. So essentially, you can reserve a spot there, and it's sort of like an Express Pass without having to buy an Express Pass. So that's cool. Here's the cast, and they've actually been in a good amount of movies and TV shows, which is cool. So you can see exactly who's appeared in what. So we're going to go into Waterworld and sit down. Well, with a big fiery finale, so ends Waterworld, and so ends our day here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Thanks so much for spending the day with us. We're going to go out same way we came in. Exit is right this way. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope that this was helpful. If you have any more questions about the park or about anything in general, please feel free to leave it down there in the comments. Before we go, quick thoughts about Waterworld. Absolutely amazing. It's a must-see if you're here. I believe that it is currently the best show at any theme park right now, or at least any theme park that I've been to. It's a lot of fun. Close second would be the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular at Hollywood Studios, but currently Waterworld for me is the best. There's so many cool effects. There's so many water effects, obviously pyrotechnics. The actors are all great. As you can see, they've been in a good amount of movies and TV shows as well, so that's always cool. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Like I said, please like this video, subscribe to our channel for more stuff like this, and follow us on Instagram at Coaster101. Thanks so much for spending the day with us, everybody.